The years following the attacks, we've all learned to adjust to a new way of life with new security procedures seemingly everywhere we go. We may grumble about the inconvenience at times, but for some people, the aftermath of 9/11 is an ever-present burden to bear. I sat down with a young woman from Derby who shared her remarkable journey from loss to learning how to live again.
I've had a lot of happiness come into my life through my husband, through my children.
Amanda Gregory Carpenter is a devoted wife and mother of 3. She's also an accomplished engineer who took a break from her career when her twin boys came along. Her life seems picture perfect, but Amanda carries a pain few of us can truly understand. She is a child of 9/11.
I was really proud of him. I was proud that he worked in the World Trade Center.
Amanda's father, Donald Gregory, was a bond broker for Cantor Fitzgerald.
And I think I remember even throughout high school, I would look up, when I would see that skyline and know that my dad was up there.
But for her father, family was everything.
In his suit, from having worked a long day in the city, again, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, he would come straight to the baseball field or the softball field or to our basketball practice to coach our games.
Amanda's story of what happened on September 11th begins the day before, when she called home from college in Florida to talk to her father, who had just returned to Cantor Fitzgerald after heart bypass surgery.
And he said, "I want to walk you down the aisle, I want to hold your children." And so when we got on the phone that night on September 10th, my dad said, "I'm taking care of myself." And I said, "Dad, I love you." And I remember very specifically hanging up the phone that night and pausing at my desk. It's a very vivid memory of pausing at my desk and just feeling like, I'm so glad I said that.
Just hours later, her father was gone.
And I didn't know that towers had fallen until I called my mom and said, "When are they gonna go and get him?" And she said, "Amanda, they're gone." And I didn't know what she meant. She said, "They fell, they're gone."
Somehow Amanda survived those first few weeks and returned to Embry-Riddle University. She found comfort and support there, but soon realized in her journey through grief, she was wading through uncharted waters.
People didn't know how to deal with that kind of traumatic loss.
Still, she soldiered on, completing her master's degree and landing her first job in Iowa, followed by a position at Sikorsky in Connecticut. It was then that she heard about an organization called Tuesday's Children, established to help the 5,000 children who lost parents in the September 11th attacks.
It was a turning point for me in my grief process, in that I felt like I could pay it forward.
Today, Amanda continues to give back. When 20 first graders and 6 educators were killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School, she volunteered to help, sharing what she has learned.
I do hope for every family going through tragic loss and grief processing that they can see some hope, that happiness can come into your life.
Family is where Amanda finds her happiness. Through pictures, she is keeping her father's memory alive for her children. Her daughter already knows him as Grandpa Don.
And this was her first trip, not even one yet.
It has been a grueling 18 years processing what happened, but Amanda has grown stronger and can now offer this advice to all of us as we remember what happened on September 11th.
We realized the importance of feeling that life was so precious. And so I think that trying to find the good on an anniversary and remembering that feeling of coming together, calling a loved one, I think that's a great day to remember that.
An amazingly strong woman. And coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, Amanda shares what she has learned from the grieving process, the relationship between time and trauma, and how she was able to find some measure of peace to go on with her life.